This is an honest review of Tavern Master. Let's take a look. Alright guys, real quick disclaimer before we get into this video. I've been getting sick the past 3 days, and today it's really hit me. So if enthusiasm is not at its highest during this video, I apologize. It'll be pretty low here next week or two. But after that, we'll be good to go. So with that out of the way, Tavern Master. Guys, this game is incredible. It's a really just fun game. It's not, overly complicated, but it's complicated enough to keep you invested. So what is it? You run a tavern. And I mean, that's it. That's what it is. It's sort of set in a medieval type era, and you run it until you can't run it anymore, which pretty much means until you uninstall. So what you do is you start out in a little room and you build your tables, you build your bar, and you hire waitresses. That's kind of what you start with. Once you start getting more people in, you begin to make more money naturally. What you do in regards to progression is you're able to build kitchens, you're able to unlock more recipes. Now, the content in this game, while on a surface level, looks very easy and doesn't look like there's a lot there. There's a lot going on in this game to really keep you going. One of my favorite aspects to unlock was the hotel system. Once I was able to get the hotel running, I was able to make enough money overnight that it was actually countering all of my daily payments. So what is some stuff that you have to pay every day? You're going to have to pay out your salaries. You're going to have to pay out any band members that you may hire, because you can hire these band members. And if you face them towards the audience, depending on the level of band members that you have, right, you can either have one band member or 4 band members. And what those band members do is they'll extend the time that a guests wait, right? Because they'll get frustrated. If they wait too long, they'll leave. And so, you have to pay them out. Like I said, you have to pay the wax, you have to pay your salaries, and anything like that. And you have to pay out buying more of your drinks, right? So you level up. First, all you start out with is water. Then you can get lemonade, then beer, mead, milk, wine, all of this stuff that you can charge, right? That you'll charge, that your customers will buy, and then you'll make more money. How does the progression work, though? What is it all about? A lot of the progression is tied to these quests. Now, they're pretty much like daily challenges. Now, they don't go away at the end of each day, but during a shift, it may say, okay, you need to, wait on 10 orange people. Well, what does that mean? Your customers are all socially labeled, right? So you'll have gray customers, which you don't really see that. They're not actually gray, but it's just like they're common customers. You have your common customers. Then you'll have these orange customers, which are a bit higher. They're a bit higher in status. Then you'll have these yellow customers, which they're a bit higher in status. And then you'll have purple. Purple is royalty. And then they'll come in. They're very rare. Now, you can increase the chances of these customers coming in based off of how fancy and how dressed up your prestige of your restaurant, right? So you can put up decorations, and that will increase prestige. When you increase your prestige, more people will want to come in. They want to talk all the shit that they can. They'll be like, oh, I'm going to this place because it's fancier than the place you're going to, right? And so they'll want to bring more people in. That will also catch the attention of these higher status clientele. So they'll be like, wow, this place is a really upscale place. I want to go eat there. Or I want to go stay a night there, right? And so you'll have a higher chance of bringing in people. Here at the end, almost 50% of my customers were all orange people. That's a little over-exaggerated, but I mean, there's a good bit that goes on. The upgrade system, like I said, because we were talking about the progression, there's also sort of a technology tree. It's the best way I can describe it. What I'll say is, okay, if you want to unlock the ability to build another bar, you're going to need to serve 100 common people and 50 research. If once you do that, then it'll unlock that. Now, one thing that you're going to have to be careful is making sure that you're unlocking stuff in order that is suitable to the position that you're in. So you don't want to click on something that's going to require 100 gold clients to serve when you're barely getting any in. Now, one thing that will help boost these are events early on in the game and during this technology tree. It's not a technology tree, but it's the best thing that I can think of. During this technology tree, you unlock events, and what these events do is you will bring in special people, aka the orange, yellow, and purple people, and they'll set up an event where all of the customers in your tavern will be those people. You'll have to unlock certain recipes that they only want to serve, which I'll get to in a minute. But you make big money from doing this. They'll pay you extra for certain drinks. Maybe they only want wine, but they'll pay you more to serve them only wine, so you'll make more from that. Now, there's also a certain amount of these customers that will come in. So there might be only 20 orange folks that'll come in. It's not going to be a full house like, in a normal day, but you're still going to make big money. Now, how do you get these special recipes? There is something called an adventurer's table. When you build the adventurer's table, you can send out these people, these adventurers, and you send them out to go hunt for these special ingredients. So they might go into the woods and pick 36 of these mushrooms. Now, your chances of success is based on the level of these adventurers. Now, it's not difficult to level them up because all you do is you send them out, and when they go, they level up on their own. It's not anything that you have to micromanage. Pretty much all you have to do is when you send them out, make sure that your percentage is high enough that you want to take the risk on for completion, and then they come back. When they level up, you get what you sent them out for, and then they'll level up, and then they will, as they progressively get bigger, they will have a higher chance on their own. They'll increase their chances, right? So in the later game where I am right now, there's certain missions on strawberries, and there's some other stuff. I can pretty much just send one guy out and he can do it on his own. Now, some of the higher tier stuff, like turkey legs, I've still got to send out like a squad of 5 or 6 dudes, and then, they got to do their thing. And that's how it is, guys. Now, this game is great. Pretty much everything I've said that's the basis. That's kind of a nut in the shell. I could go on forever about this game in specific details, but I don't want to make this video really long. But I do want to give you a good idea of what you're going to be getting into. The only thing that can happen is depending on how you're running your building, right? Because you can kind of set up your tavern however you want. I'm at 3 floors right now, and my first floor is a tavern. Second floor, I have research table or research room, and then the hotel. And then the third floor, currently right now, I'm working on making them into another level of the restaurant. And so then you'll start making more and more money. It does seem, though, it's going to start to get a little, I don't want to say boring, but I'm starting to not lose money. Like my profits are so big right now that I'm not losing money. That sort of, it feels good. At the same time, it does get a little slow, Once you've got everything kind of going and you've got this finely oiled machine and it just works itself, it's good to sit back and be like, yeah, like I worked on that. But at the same time, it's like, well, there's nothing really much else I need to do, So that's probably one of the biggest downfalls, because you don't need to be there. There's nothing, you don't need to be there. I mean, literally one of these times, I just clicked start day. I went off, made myself a cup of coffee, went to the bathroom, came back, and it was doing just fine. Now, some people may be like, well, that's fine. And you know what? It sort of is. Look, this is a casual management game. It's not going to cause you to wet yourself or anything like that. This game is really fun, and this game is only $15, guys. I think for $15, look, I have probably about 6 to 7 hours in this game, and I've had more fun in this game, 6 to 7 hours at $15, than I did in Marvel's Midnight Sun, Callisto Protocol, and any of that garbage that we've been shoveled to this year. I have had a struggle trying to get this review in because I can't stop playing this game. This game is fun. There's a lot going on. There's a lot I didn't cover in this, but it is sort of the bare minimum. Like I said, I could probably go 15-20 minutes going into this, but I know, you don't want to sit here and listen to me talk about that. So, yeah, it's really great. There's a lot of stuff to uncover in this game. There's a lot of stuff to discover. You're really flexible. It's really going to work with sort of, just your creativity, how you want to set it up. You want to try to make this finely tuned, efficient machine. You're going to have to, when you choose to hire people, are you going to, what kind of stats, how do you want them to be, right? Because when you go to hire people, they might be really good in something, but then they might be really bad in something else. But as they begin to level up, right? They level up when they just do their job more. As they begin to level up, you'll be able to distribute these points, which they'll be better in something else, but then that also means that their salary is going to go up. So, you've got to kind of figure that out. One little thing with the hiring, while you're going through this battle pass thing with the challenges I was talking about earlier, you'll unlock these elite. Now, these people are badass people. What the elite characters do is all of their stats are completely maxed out. They're incredible. Obviously, their salary is going to be high, but honestly, you make enough where your salaries don't really matter that much. You get one of these people and it really makes a difference. So yeah, I just wanted to put that in because that was important, talking about the progression of your staff. So, but besides that, guys, it's really good fun. Definitely worth buying. Definitely worth buying for $15. And that's flat. $15 flat. If you can get this on sale, it's an absolute steal. But yeah, really good time. And yeah, so there you go, guys. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.